Hey guys, what's up? Sorry about that. Just going to come on here and give you guys a quick little show. I want to get you guys updated on a few things that's been happening. Um, and I don't have a whole lot of time, but I am going to go ahead and do this for you guys because I said I would. And I am going to follow through with that. So thanks for anybody that swings in here. We do have some stuff going on. It's not like traumatic or anything like that. So let me put that out in the ether there real quick, like in the fact that we are, this isn't like grid down stuff. We're not talking grid down. I know that that's a legitimate question for a lot of people. If it's ever a grid down situation, I will say that right at the beginning, okay, guys? Hey, Mark, what's up? Hey, Marie. Hey, Traveler. Hey, Doc Holiday. Good to see you. No, we're not in danger. No danger. Hey, Major. But I do want to, show you guys a few things that could impact what's going on and what's been happening. We did have a flare that was an M flare. It was an M1 flare. It was not very powerful. There may have been a small CME with that. I believe this is from a dead sunspot, guys. So the sun, I'm not sure exactly how big the CME is with it yet. It's still too early to really say that. Now it does look like it's coming our direction. So I just want to say that first and foremost, that we are probably going to see an impact from this flare from here, right? But again, I can't speak to how strong it's going to be or any of that kind of conversation yet. So let's just go ahead and go over and check out the flare and the eruptions that's been happening. Now this is ISWA. And this is SDO. All these captures are from SDO. It's a satellite sits out in front of the Earth, always looking at the sun. It's from our perspective. It's closer to the Earth than some of the other satellites are. Like SOHO. SOHO is about 1,000,000 miles closer to the sun than what we are. SDO is closer than that to us. So let me go ahead and zoom in here and show you what's going on with this, because it definitely is. It was interesting because we've got all these spots, guys. I mean, look at all these, right? And then the sun erupts from a dead sun, from a spot that had died, right here. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I mean, this is like, what in the world? It just kind of surprised everybody, I think, a little bit. Not that it's crazy or anything like that. I've shown you guys multiple times the sun's erupting from a dead sunspot, or where there wasn't even a spot. So the sun could do what it wants, when it wants, and how it wants. And I keep saying that, but it's the gospel truth, guys. So, but it's right here. So let me show it to you here, and I've shown it to you on the 304 because we're looking at, mainly it's like a filament release, guys. Because what's happened is this sunspot erupts, and it this magnetic connection line, this filament, gets unstable and it erupts out. Okay. So remember, this is from our perspective. So as I go forward here, you see that? I mean, you can see, it just immediately, bam. Now, again, it's not unusual to see things happen on the sun that aren't related to a sunspot, an active one. But, when you're looking at all these other spots and this one, it blows there, it's kind of crazy. But anyway. Let's see here. So, let me see what else I can go to here. I do want to show you. Hold on one second. Trying to figure out what image I want to show you guys real quick. But let's just look at that right there. Okay, so obviously you guys can see that. You can see it ripple through the whole atmosphere. It was a sizable eruption, it looks like. Now, whether or not the direct direction is coming at us, I can't say right now. It's still too early. And you see that little jolt right there? That could have been a calibration roll. It could have been just solar weather hitting the satellite. That happens sometimes, but a lot of times these are like calibrated rolls. They try to get them back into. They got to find their home position. They'll flip it 180 sometimes to help protect the lens, extend the life out, because a lot of these satellites are already past their life expectancy. So, and we'll start losing these satellites for too long, but they're putting new ones up there. So, and I know there's some people that don't believe that there's satellites. There's people here that probably don't believe in space at all. And I'm not here to argue any of that. I'm just, I don't personally believe that. But, I don't fault people for believing how they believe. So, anyway, so let's look at it in the 131 angstrom. And see how fast that happens? So that is your flare. That's your M5 flare, or M1 flare. It produced enough X-ray to cause that. And there were some radio blackouts. I think the Air Force was actually reporting on that one. I think it was a Type 2, if I believe, if I'm correct on that. But as you can see, guys, I mean, it definitely is substantial. Now, if it was over here and it erupted, we would have a better chance of taking a direct hit. Now, we still could. It just depends on how this thing flicked out. And I call it flicking out because that's really what it looks like when they do this, right? So, oops, wrong screen. Let me go back to seeds. Okay, so this is seeds. This is LASCO C2. Another satellite looks at the sun. The one I said that was 1 million miles closer to the sun than us. So let me start this, and you're going to see this is today's activity. You're going to see all there's the nope, that wasn't the eruption. I don't even think the eruption's on here yet. These are other eruptions on the sun, guys. This all happened today. What you're looking at there all happened today. So things are Mark, we talk about a few other things there too, bud. And I get it. I know what you're saying there. I've asked that question myself. But I appreciate anybody who wants to come listen to my whatever you want to call it. But I try not to disrespect people, and that's just kind of what I do. But yeah, that's a legitimate question, man. But they're welcome, because maybe they'll show me something, maybe I'll show them something. Who knows, right? And that's why I don't force my opinions on people. So anyway, let's go ahead and so this is from today. Now let's go back and look at yesterday. Okay, you're going to see a bunch of other eruptions. All right, so there you go with that. So and we can go back another day. And what I'm trying to show you guys here is the fact that this is not going to stop. We're going to have years of this activity. Okay, whatever's causing it, but a lot of it is the solar cycle itself. Okay, you can go back and look at historical data on that, and you can definitely, we do have a cycle, and nobody denies that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that hey, there's a cycle, and that we're in the higher, we're going into the higher parts of this cycle, and so with that being said. We can't expect activity to not be there. It's going to be there. Now, let's take a look at the sun from the side. This is stereo A. Earth would be right here where my cursor is, just way further away. So, as you can tell, that last one right there, okay? I'm going to try to pause it right there. You see the timestamp? 20 UTC matches up with this. Okay? So, that is that flare. That's what we're looking at there. That is the eruption. So with it going to the right there, and just the location and how it looked at as it was coming off of the sun on SDO, I do think we're probably going to catch something from this. Now we have a couple small little CMEs coming at us anyway. They're not that strong, and chances are our magnetic field might not even hardly even recognize that they're there. Right? So I just wanted to point that out. But I did want to show it to you and be with you on that one. Now, this is spaceweather.com. They're reporting on this too. But I do want to, we're getting back into noctilucent cloud season. We're going to start seeing, they're starting to show up. Okay? Noctilucent clouds is ice crystals that form around meteor dust in the higher parts of our atmosphere. Okay? On our poles. Mostly, okay? So when we start seeing them like getting closer to the equatorial regions or mid-latitudes, you got to understand that there's something different going on there that they wouldn't expect. So, we start looking at other things and all this. But I just wanted to show you guys that we are in noctilucent cloud season for the Northern Hemisphere. Okay? Now, as we got here, fragments of Comet 73P. Now, this thing exploded a long time ago. But we went through its debris tail multiple times, but it actually exploded, and fragmented. It's still there, but we're going to go through the tail of this debris. And we do it all the time anyway. It's expected, but this time I think they're expecting it to be a little bit more heavy, upwards of over 1,000 meteors an hour. So, we'll just have to keep an eye out on that. So if you start seeing an increase in meteors or shooting stars, people start reporting them. And it's supposed to, be at its climax around the 31st. So just know that. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll just, if anything comes of it, if anything else, guys, it'd be neat to go out and watch it. So, and please go over here to spaceweather.com and give them some love, because they do a great job over here. And I know I say that a lot, but it's just the truth. So here's all our sunspots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them right now. We had 10 at one point, sometime last week, I believe. So with all those sunspots, and then for the sun to explode where there's a dead one, it's so funny to me. But that is what it is. So just to kind of summarize this a little bit. Yes, we had an eruption here. Is it grid down? No. Okay, we just got to keep an eye on that. We have some CMEs coming at us. This one will probably be here in the next 2 or 3 days. I definitely will keep you guys up to date on it, 100%. I always do. So as we're looking at this, and this did cause a radio blackout, and they were talking about that. So that actually did. And if you go down here and you look, this is where the day side of the planet when that erupted. So anybody over here in the States, Western Hemisphere, the Air Force was reporting some radio blackouts. So, and it doesn't last very long, upwards of about an hour, but sometimes longer, just depends. But this one was fairly short. So, but I just wanted to point that out and show you guys that, and give you guys the update on what was going on with the sunspot situation and with these eruptions. So as I'm talking about this, guys, I'm going to go do a live show right now over here on the lifeboat. I would really appreciate it if you guys could come over here and check us out. Give us a chance. We're going to be talking about some good stuff tonight. Is life about reaching your goal, the journey to it, or both? What's important there, right? But I'm heading over there here right now, and we're going to be live here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. The link is there in the chat. If you guys want to follow me over there, I would really, truly appreciate it. We're trying to, kind of get our numbers up a little bit as far as reaching more people. We would like to be at 3,000 before too long. That's where we're kind of going, because we really want to, help as many people as we can. If you guys don't know anything about recovery or drug addiction, it's a really good place. It's a family, your family when you walk in the door. And anybody in here that has been over there will probably tell you the same thing. Okay? So just know that. So please come over and check us out. And yeah, and there's the link. And I really would appreciate you guys. Yes, thank you, Becca. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much, Becca. I can't even tell you. You've been with me for a long time, and thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate that. Hey, Joanna, Roxanne, and Gina. Okay, guys, so I am going to skip over and go over here and do this, guys. Thanks for, if anything actually happens, as far as anything big, I will pop back on and tell you, okay? So I just want to let you guys know that I'm still watching stuff. Even when I'm not doing videos all the time, I promise you I'm still watching, okay? So anyway, guys, God bless, and we'll leave you with this one right here. We'll leave this one up here. Oh, and love for everybody down in Texas, guys. We all know what's going on down there with that school. That was so heartbreaking. It destroyed me yesterday, me and my family. It was just horrible watching that. And yeah, so hope to see you guys over here on the lifeboat. There is the link again. Love all you guys, and I'll be back on to give you guys updates. God bless. Yahusha saves, and yeah.